End of slavery and criminal activity with young women. Two dreams. The 15th of November 2021. I woke up from this dream in the night and I didn't get up to write it down. I was repeating and repeating this dream in my sleep until I woke up later for work. I remembered this dream in some supernatural way. I had a similar dream on the 1st of November 2021, which I will also share at the end. These are dreams about exposure and ending of criminal activities with young women held in slavery and forced prostitution. I was in some bus where I met a man who was a criminal. He closed me in a hotel in a large apartment and he threw a package in the wardrobe which I knew it was a videotape. I was kidnapped. Later I checked the doors and they were unlocked. The apartment was so big that there were two entrance doors at each end. Outside the right door there was a servant behind a reception desk who had one job. He was servicing this flat and the men who use it. I went out in the corridor and this servant didn't stop me. I was surprised. He didn't know that I was held captive. I think I put a jacket on that belonged to the man who closed me in there. It was black leather jacket with red and yellow or blue lines. I also somehow got a hold of his phone. I took the package with the videotape and I left the apartment. No one stopped me. It looked like no one knew that I was captive. Now I am outside on the street. It was daytime. I walked a little to find a safe spot where to wait for someone to come to take me home. I called a friend from this phone. I knew in my dream that there are limited minutes or limited cash available for phone calls or limited battery, so I had to be quick. The videotape I think I left to the police. I have memory that I dreamed of 2-3 policemen. I think I might was some journalist investigating this case. I was some other woman in this dream, slim, brown hair and younger. Later I was back in this flat. His friends were there with women. They looked like savages, unshaved, all filthy like. They were drinking, having drugs, partying. They were all criminals. The women or some of them were prostitutes. I heard a woman saying something like she is having a great fun. When they saw me they did not react like the man that locked me in there earlier. No one of them was intimidated by me. They were treating me like a visitor. They didn't know who I am. They didn't know about the tape I took nor about my intention to expose them. In this moment in the dream I was given understanding of the plans of the man who locked me in this room earlier. He left me there with the videotape so that when his friends come they could find me there, watch the tape and understand that I am a problem and that I knew what they are doing. But because I took the tape earlier, they didn't have way to understand about who I am and that I caused problems trying to expose them. The man that locked me there disappeared. He left me in this room and he left behind all evidence and ran to hide and save himself. One of these men was to pay me for some expense. He took out of his pocket a huge bundle with cash. The money in his hands were very dirty and muddy. I was expecting to give me one banknote of 10, but he pulled randomly few notes and gave them to me. I took all of the banknotes and highlighted in my mind that these notes are evidence, and I need to keep them safe. These men were mafia making much criminal money, so much that they were holding a hotel apartment and a private servant at all times. In my dream all this made them look to me like they were very rich. On the videotape there was a video of these men on one of their patties. It was a very strong evidence of what they are doing. On the 1st of November 2021 I had a similar dream. I was seeing something like a bar. There were girls 16-18 years old. I was specifically seeing one of them that was badly mistreated like a slave by an evil woman who watched over them. This woman was handling all around. I had a feeling these girls were held against their will or forced into prostitution or some other sort of abusing slavery. Then I called the man who was the boss of this criminal group, or the one who was mostly profiting. I wanted to speak with him. He was in control of all this evil. He was the one who gives the orders to others and they execute them. He didn't look evil. He looked friendly, smiley and not suspicious. He was like a person of high position who is profiting from these criminal activities. If you didn't know what he is doing you would say that he is a good man. He was quiet as he didn't look evil, but all what he was doing was evil. He was not worried of my presence. I called this man and we sat against on a sofa around a coffee table in this cafe. I served him the news that this is the end of all what he was doing. No more stolen money, no more abuse of girls. It was a big news, something he thought would never happen to him. I served him the news so boldly that even in my dream, I was surprised to see myself in this role. I felt like it was a long-awaited moment, a result of long diligent work. The moment I served him the big news, this was the very moment all this criminal activity ended. Justice is coming. Our God sees everything. The innocent will be protected and avenged. The evil ones will answer to God, our Heavenly Father, the Creator of the ends of the earth, the Alpha and Omega. No one and no evil can be hidden from God. To all victims of slavery, you are not alone. On the 29th of April 2021 I heard in my sleep loud and clear vindication is coming. I didn't even know what vindication mean as English is not my first language. This was my God. Keep your eyes on Jesus. He is always with us and he is coming for us. Matthew 5:2-12 And he opened his mouth and taught them saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Rejoice, and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Amen. Red heart on fire. Hands pressed together.